Hey guys, what's up? So, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna work on FL Studio as if you're barely opening the project, okay? You're barely gonna start working on it for the first time. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna open the program, and the first thing you should see is this step sequencer, just like this, just the way my screen looks. Except you probably won't have all this stuff open, so let's close that. So, this is how it's gonna look, okay? And this is your step sequencer, which is what we're gonna work with today. So as you can see, you can make it longer, shorter. The most I would recommend is about 16 beats. I don't really think you can make it longer than that, but I've never really tried. But yeah, 16 beats per phrase or four, whatever you want. You can make it longer, and then when you want to add some more, you just add that, and it opens up four more beats for you. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set your samples into this step sequencer, because you might not like what it already has on default. Like for example, it has these on default. You might not like those samples. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look for your own sample and put it in there, right? Obviously. Now I usually use this sample pack that I downloaded, which you probably don't have because this is your first time using it. You don't really know how to look through sample packs and stuff like that. So you're going to want to open the packs down here. This is what I used to use. And this is going to give you a bunch of samples. Like these are drum samples, and you can look through them if you want, whatever. But what we're looking for right now is a kick, so that we can get started making our drum beat. So go to your kicks, and this is just one. There's other ones. See, like Legacy has some drum beats, some kicks and stuff too. But right now we're using just a regular drum kits. So I already know what kick I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna use this one. You can look through all of them and choose the one that you like, but I'm gonna go ahead and use I guess GRV kick 28. Next, you're gonna want to look for your snare. So we have our kick. Now we want to look for our snare. And since this is just a tutorial, I'm not going to spend like the 10 minutes that I usually would looking for a kick. So, I mean a snare. So I'm just going to pick one that sounds alright. So let's use this one. Alright. Next, you're going to want to use a hi-hat. You want to look for your hi-hat. So go into the hi-hat menu. And you can look through all of them if you like. But for now, I'm just going to... Let's just use this one. Okay, so now we have a basic drum beat. And let's just say you don't really agree with this tempo, which I never do. I usually make my songs at around 128. If you saw my last tutorial, I put a link to my Soundcloud, and I'll probably put it under this one too. But most of my songs are in 128, with the exception of a few. But you can set it to whatever tempo you like. And if you don't know about tempo yet, and you're getting into music, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what a tempo is. So basically, a tempo is it's the beats per minute. So it's how many beats are going to be in a minute. So right now there's going to be 128 beats per minute, and each beat is represented by it's on the sequencer. It's a gray. Each gray is one, and each red is a beat. So all these four. Man, I'm explaining it so stupid. So I'm just going to show you. Let's mute these, and to mute them, you just click this little green dot right here. Turn on the clicker, which is this right here, and that's 128 beats per minute. And if you lower it, you can see the clicker goes slower. So you pretty much set the tempo to whatever you feel is necessary, you know, or however you want your song, however fast you want your song to be. So let's turn this back on. Anyways, that's simple. So let's move on. So here you've picked your samples, you've made a simple drum beat, but you don't want a song that's consisting of pure drums. So you want to start adding some sounds to it. And when you're going to add a sound, there's several ways you can do that. The first way to do it, and the most difficult way, is you can go into your plugin database. I'm sorry, your plugin database. You can go into installed, and then generators, and then VST. Oh, that's not my bad. Yeah, Fruity. And here you have a bunch of crap. See, these are all plugins and stuff like that. That's just difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it the easy way. And the reason I'm showing you this is when you do install your own plugins, they're going to be in here. They might not be up here. And in a later tutorial, I'll show you how to get them up here, but that's not right now. So you click on Add up here on your little toolbars. You put your mouse over Channel, and then this drop-down menu is going to come out. And here you're going to have all your plugins and stuff. And the one we're going to use right now is called Harmless. You can use a whole bunch of other ones for different sounds, but to start right now, we're going to use Harmless. So here's Harmless. And I showed you this one on my last tutorial. But you may not want to have all the sounds in the same exact pattern, because then every single time you put a pattern into your playlist, it's going to be that like the way you're going to have it here. And sometimes you want to separate your drums and your patterns and stuff like that. So you're going to go to a different pattern just by clicking here and scrolling up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to right click, and then you're going to see this piano roll. You're going to click it, and it's going to bring up this window right here. And what this window is this is where you make your sounds. Like this sound is coming directly from this plugin, as you can see. But you may not want the sound that it's giving you. So it comes with a whole bunch of presets right here. It comes with atmospheres, basses, keyboards, leads. So let's just go ahead and pick any old lead here. Let's pick this one. So there's the lead. And to start making your sounds, you just start inputting the notes. So there, we have a beat. We have 4 notes, 1 per beat. And let's say you want to get creative. So remember, this is 1 beat. This note right here is 1 beat. This is an 8th note, and this is a 16th note. And if you're familiar with music theory and stuff like that, then you'll know how to separate all your notes. But anyways, right here, you see this little magnet. If you want to make your notes shorter than the options that it gives you, if you want to go shorter than the 16th note, or if you want to do even triplets and stuff like that, this is where you would separate it. So let's say I want notes that are even shorter than a 16th note. Then you go ahead and press half a step, which will make everything half a step shorter. So now you can make notes even shorter. So, oops. So now they're just so short you can't even tell they're separated. See? So they're super short. And if you want to do triplets, you go to 1/3, or you know what? Those are like really small triplets. So you go 1/3 of a beat. It'll give you this window. And those are triplets right there. One and a, yeah? Okay. So this is how you're gonna make. This is how you would make your sounds. Just to recap, you would click Add, let the channel drop down menu come out, and then pick your plugin. And you don't want to put them all in the same pattern, so you would separate them by different patterns. So let's just add like a quick thing here, just so that we can move on. Let's just add any notes. Oh crap. Okay, let's just add any old notes. Okay, so we got our notes here. Now, you don't want a song that's just drums and a lead, because that's going to sound super, super empty. And just to show you That doesn't sound very good, does it? To make it sound a little bit more full, you're going to need some bass. And it's the same thing. You add your plugin, and I'm going to use Citrus for the bass just to show you that there's different plugins. And I'm just going to use a preset. I'm going to use Digi. Now, do it on a different pattern if you want. You can put it on the same pattern, but I would recommend to put it on a different pattern. And then there. And you can add it in here and check it out. So that's how you work your step sequencer. And those are all pretty much all the things, most of the things you can do with your step sequencer. You can swing your notes here, you can do different things. But I'll get more into your piano roll and your playlist on the next tutorial. And if you like this tutorial, then go ahead and subscribe and comment. And I'll see you on the next one.